And if you like the music in this class, it's called Earth Flow on Spotify. Okay, y'all, today we're gonna actually start in a standing position in mountain pose Tadasana. I thought that would be fitting for Earth Day. So I'll face you, but stand at the front of your mat. I'm going to use a block in between my thighs as a way to really activate the adductors, the inner thigh, inner leg. So I'm going to use a block on a small setting in between my thighs. It really helps to align the posture, which makes the balancing part easier. You don't have to do that, but it's a nice modification for Tadasana. So set yourself up nicely here, maybe rock back and forth, front to back on your feet, maybe sway side to side so you can find a nice middle ground here. Maybe you inhale your shoulders up to your ears and down the back, really broadening through the chest and the collarbones, allowing the palms to be open and facing forward. And I invite you to close your eyes if that feels okay. And today I'm dedicating my practice to the earth. I'm going to try to consciously think about it throughout all that it does for us, giving us food, water, support, emotional support. We always feel better after spending time outside. So just think of the earth throughout this practice and how it served you today and how it serves us every day. And just breathe in this strong mountain pose, inhaling fully, nice and deep. Maybe sighing out the mouth on your exhale. Reaching lightly through the crown of the head to lengthen. If you have a block between your thighs, really squeezing there, activating the pelvic floor and all of our core stabilizing muscles. Nice deep inhales and full exhales, releasing any stagnant energy. Notice any tension you might be holding in the face and allow it to soften, smooth out through the eyebrows. Unhinge your jaw. Let your tongue be slack. A few more deep breaths here. When you're ready, you can softly and gently open the eyes. If you used something between the legs, feel free to set it down. And staying at the top of your mat, let's just stretch the tops of our ankles one at a time. Putting a nice gentle pressure. And switch sides. Warming up the ankles. And back to neutral. Maybe you lift your toes and plant them down, really gripping into the floor here. Strong foundation. Inhale the arms overhead. Look up with your arms. Imagine you're holding a beach ball or the sun between your hands. And then interlace your fingers, pointing with the pointer finger, and gently bend to the right side. Trying not to crunch on the right side, but instead lengthening through both sides, making a crescent moon shape. Inhale back up to center, and exhale to the other side, allowing both shoulders to stay down the back and away from your ears. Inhale to center, and exhale to the right one more time, maybe gazing off to your left, if it feels okay for your neck. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend to the left. Really lengthening all the way from your right foot to the top of your right finger. Inhale back to center, and exhale, hands to heart. Pause for just a moment. Inhale, arms overhead, interlacing fingers one more time, and gently back bend. Not too much, just opening through the throat, nice and subtle. Little back bend here, pressing the hips forward, and exhale, release, hands to heart center. From here, we'll run through a simple sun salutation to build a little bit of heat, just a little bit, but also to salute the sun, which also seems appropriate for today. So from the front of the mat, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, bend the knees and fold over your thighs. Inhale to lift, straightening the back, reaching through the crown of your head. And exhale to fold. Plant the hands and step back into a high plank or a low plank with knees on the ground. Take an inhale here, and exhale, lower like a caterpillar, knees, then chest, then chin. Nice and gentle. Inhale to rise, low cobra, keeping the neck nice and long. And exhale into a down dog. Be really gentle with your down dog here, pedaling out the feet, trying to keep ears by biceps, and bending as much into your knees as you need. Few deep breaths here, noticing the support of the ground beneath you. Equal weight in the hands and feet. One more inhale, exhale. And when you're ready, tiptoe to the top of the mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale to fold. And inhale, bend the knees and root to rise. Hands overhead, gaze goes up. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do that one more time. If you don't like down dog, you can do a tabletop, but it'll be our last down dog. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Chest over thighs, nice bend in your knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, plant your hands and step back, high or low plank. Pause at the top, and exhale to slowly lower like a caterpillar. Inhale your chest up, and exhale, down dog. We'll take about 5 breaths in your down dog, so do whatever organic movements feel good to you. Make sure the neck is not tight. You can shake your head yes and no. One more deep inhale, exhale. And slowly tiptoe to the front of your mat. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. And inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Inhale your arms overhead. And exhale to fold. This time stay in your forward fold. Keeping a nice bend in the knees so your chest almost makes contact with your thighs. And ragdoll here. Sway the body back and forth, maybe clasping each elbow. And just enjoy this nice low back stretch before we make our way to the ground for some grounding work. Feel free to stay just like this, or if you'd like a little more, take the palms and palm side up, reach under your foot and step on your hands, trying to get the toes by the wrist crease, and you can massage your wrists with your toes if that feels good. Little gorilla posture here. If you took that variation, feel free to release, plant your hands, and take the right foot and step it back and lowering the knee. This is where you'll use a mat or a towel if you have cranky knees like I do. So stay low to the ground for now, ensuring that your knee is over your ankle. Here's also where you could use blocks if you want to deepen your stretch. And just allow that right hip flexor to extend. One more deep in and out breath here. Chest nice and broad. And on your next inhale, if you'd like a little more, bringing the torso up. Inhaling your arms overhead. And we'll do a little sun warrior here, taking the left hand, bringing it back to the right thigh, and reaching back for a light back bend with the right hand. One in and out breath here. And slowly bring the right hand down to the ground and inhale, twist to the left. Really opening and stacking your shoulders. Inhale here and exhale, plant the left hand inside the left foot and inhale, twist to the right. One inhale here and exhale, plant both hands. And we're going to do this on the other side, so you can transition through a tabletop, or you can bring the right leg forward into a quick Malasana squat. Wherever you are, one breath. Plant the hands and bring the opposite leg back. So your right knee should be forward. Pause here, setting up your pose. And just notice how this left hip flexor feels compared to your right side. Feel free to stay here, or for a little more, inhale, arms overhead, and exhale, right hand to left thigh, and reach back through the left side. One inhale, exhale. On your next out breath, plant the left hand and twist towards your right side. Stacking your shoulders. One in and out breath here. Take an in breath and exhale, right palm inside of the right foot, and inhale, left arm up. just for a little twist variation. One inhale, exhale, and back down to the mat. And we'll skip the squat this time, coming back into our tabletop position. Check your alignment first, making sure shoulders are over your wrists, knees under hips, and really spread your palms out. Widen through the fingertips. Allow the thumbs to point towards each other and really press down into your fingers like you're gripping the earth. And we'll run through some cat-cows to reset here. So at your own pace, inhale to cow and exhale to cat. Moving with your breath. We gave our spine some nice lateral movements to begin with. So this is some flexion and extension of the spine. Coming back to neutral when you're ready. Walk the hands a few inches in front of you, enough to melt your chest down to the mat for a puppy posture. Really opening up through the chest. Maybe you rest your forehead on the mat. And gently come back up just enough to make your way to your belly. From here, we'll stretch out the shoulders. So with arms at a T shape, I'll start on the left side so you can see me. Left arm out like a T, and we'll gently twist the body onto our left side. And you can keep your legs stacked, or you can bring the right foot behind your left knee. And try to relax here. Opening through the shoulder. Maybe you feel a little bit in your pec. One more inhale. And exhale back to center. And we'll repeat on the other side. So right arm out into a T shape, and gently using the left palm to push you away, come to your right side. Keep legs stacked, or left foot can plant behind right knee. And breathe. One more inhale, and exhale back to center. Place both palms by the pectoral muscles and push yourself up into a tabletop pose again. And we'll run through a little sunbird exercise. So inhale the left arm in front of you, and maybe your right leg goes back. Keeping a nice straight line, your gaze should be down. And try to keep the left leg parallel to the ground. We don't really want to back bend here. We're just trying to lengthen. Stay here if you'd like some balance work, or inhale at the top and exhale, bring elbow to knee. Nice and slow. Inhale to open, sunbird. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time. Moving with your breath. Inhale to come back out, and exhale, place the hands back down in tabletop, and we'll repeat on the other side. Inhale, right arm up, left arm back, and you can stay just like this Or inhale at the top and exhale. Slowly bring knee to elbow. 2 more like that. On your third one, pause at the top and exhale back to table. Take your left palm and place it under your face and inhale, right arm as much as you'd like to twist. You may not go that far and that's okay. Exhale to thread the needle, allowing your right shoulder and right ear to relax on the earth. You can stay just like this, or maybe your left hand reaches behind your back and grabs the inside of the right thigh. Maybe it doesn't. And you can always extend the left leg as well for a little more. When you're ready, releasing the hand if you grabbed the thigh, and using the left palm, push yourself back up, twist one more time, and bring the right hand down. And we'll repeat on the other side. Inhaling the left hand up, exhaling to bring it to the ground. And again, if you'd like to extend the right leg, you absolutely can. And you can also bring right arm behind your back. Maybe it hooks through the left thigh, allowing you to open the chest, bringing that right shoulder back, if that feels good. One more inhale, exhale here. And when you're ready, use the right palm to press you back up, inhaling the left arm up one more time, and exhaling it back to table. From here, we're going to make our way into a pigeon pose. So if pigeon pose is just too much weight on your knees, you can do a figure 4 stretch on your back by placing one ankle on the knee and bringing it close to the body, or setting it into a bridge pose. So that's a good variation. Otherwise, from your tabletop, if you'd like to go into pigeon pose, bring the right leg straight behind you on an inhale, and exhale, bring it between your arms. Now, wherever you are, check the alignment. Make sure that your right knee is facing the right corner of your mat rather than parallel to the top of the mat. For this one, we'll keep it at a nice angle. The right foot can be close to the groin. And try to square your hips. If one hip won't go down, you can stick a blanket, book, or block under your right hip. So inhale here at the top, nice broadening through your collarbones. And you can stay just like this, or if you'd like to come down to your forearms, and you can rest your head on your prop, or you can come all the way down. Maybe you stack your fists, or you can make a little pillow with your hands and place your head on it. So wherever you are, we're going to be here for about 60 seconds, so try to make yourself comfortable. Wherever you are, try to consciously relax, sending the breath onto the right side of the hip. If anything feels too tight or you feel a sharp pain, come back. Few more breaths. And if you're folded over, take your time using your palms to press your torso back up, trying to keep those hips squared. And sit onto the right hip and bring the left knee up next to you so that both legs are in a 90-90. And inhale to lengthen through the spine. And exhale, twist towards the right side. And gently unfold, placing palms to the ground. Come back into a table. And inhale the left leg back. We'll repeat it on the left side. Exhale, left knee in between your hands. Knee pointed towards the left corner of your mat. And same as last time, we'll pause at the top here in our pigeon pose. Making sure the alignment is correct, using a prop under your left hip if you need it. And if it feels good, you can gently make your way to the ground. And same as last time, if this bothers you, you can take the left ankle to the right knee in a figure 4 stretch. And you can always bring it closer to you for a little bit more, keeping a flexed foot to protect your knee joint. Wherever you are, it's perfect, so stay with it. Notice the weight of your body on the ground and how the earth supports you. Stay present here. Maybe you notice the way the air feels on your skin. Notice the sounds around you. Consciously relaxing. Which sounds like an oxymoron. Few more deep breaths. Scaling back anytime you notice any pain or uncomfortable feelings. Although a little uncomfortable feeling is okay, we're making a bigger comfort zone for ourselves by doing these poses and holding them for a long time. We're increasing where we feel comfortable, which is really awesome. And since we've been in this pose for a little while, take your time coming back up when you're ready, using your hands every step of the way. And take the weight to the left butt cheek and bring the right leg up into a 90-degree angle to meet the left. Inhale to lengthen the spine and exhale, gently twisting towards the left side, allowing our spine rotation now. And coming back to neutral, planting the hands, coming to tabletop for just a second. Inhaling at the top and exhale, coming into a wide-legged child's pose. Maybe knees are close to the outsides of the mat and toes touch behind you. If this bothers your knees, you can always keep them together and place a little towel under the knee crease. Wherever you are, think of this as a really humbling posture, almost like you're bowing down to this earth and feeling small. Inhale into center and exhale to walk your hands off to one side. On your next in-breath, walking hands to the middle and exhaling to the other side, allowing your chest to fold over your thigh in this humbling child's pose. On your next in-breath, walk the hands back to center, and we'll stay here for just a moment longer. If your forehead touches the mat, maybe you rock it back and forth. And on your next in-breath, use the palms to bring the torso up one vertebra at a time. And from here, bring the knees and thighs back together. And if you need knee support, grab that. And we will come up to our knees. So from here, we'll do a camel pose. You can do camel pose with both feet, the tops of the feet on the ground, or you can tuck the toes to bring the earth a little bit closer to you, which is what I'm going to do. You can also do both arms at once, but I think we should keep it gentle, maybe do one at a time. So inhale at the top here, allowing the shoulders up to the ears and then exhaling them down the back. And then inhale, the right arm swoops overhead and behind you, making contact anywhere that feels good. And allow the left arm to reach behind you, really lengthening through the front of the body. On your next inhale, reverse your steps, using the core muscles to bring your body back up. Maybe we reset in the middle here and inhale, shoulders up to ears, and exhale them down the back. Using the left hand, inhale, make a big swooping motion and make contact anywhere on your left leg and reach that right arm overhead. When you're ready, reversing your steps, gently making your way back up and sitting back down, making our way to an easy seat. You can take a half lotus or a lotus posture if that's in your practice, where one foot is near the tops of the thighs. I'm just going to stay in an easy seat. So take a look at your legs wherever they are. Whatever leg is on top will be the one we twist towards. So inhale, arms overhead, gaze goes up, and exhale, twist towards whatever leg is on top. For me, that's the right side. Not important what side. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Reach with the crown of your head. That's the most important part. Exhale, twist as little or as much as you would like. Inhale back to center and switch the fold of your legs. Go to the awkward side, and now we'll twist towards the other side with the other leg on top. So inhale, arms overhead, make a big circle. Exhale, fold. Twist. And on your next in-breath, coming back to center, unwinding here. You can place the hands behind you with fingers facing the glutes and place feet in front of you like a bridge pose, and just gently windshield wiper the legs to release through the hips. And come back to neutral, and from here we'll make our way into a bound angle pose, otherwise butterfly. So heels can be as close to the groin as you'd like. Make them close enough that you at least feel something in the inner thigh groin area. You want to feel a little bit of a stretch here. If you need some support, you can put something under both knees. But it's okay if your knees stay up. Wherever you are, use your hands on your feet or ankles to broaden through the chest and make a straight back. Well, lengthen your back. Our backs are naturally S-curves, so straight really isn't the right word. So just breathe here. Lengthening through the spine. Maybe you tuck your chin just slightly so that the back of the neck gets long. And let's return to our intention and our breath. From here, stay in this pose and just flap your wings. Feel nice and light, like you're about to take off. And stay in a static butterfly position if you'd like, or for a little bit more, join me and we'll fold, hinging from the hips, keeping the spine long, trying not to round the back, and just gently fold over your bound angle to try to get a little bit deeper of a stretch in the inner thighs. Consciously send your breath there. Allow yourself to release any amount, big or small. Wherever you are is perfect. when you're ready, if you took this option, use the palms again to press the torso up one vertebra at a time. Crown of the head is the last thing to come up. And let's release one more time, flapping our wings. And from your butterfly, we're going to make our way to our backs. So you can straighten the legs out and come right to your back, or you can keep this bound angle pose and come down to forearms first, and then all the way to your back for the same pose, but we're laying supine now. If you took that option, use your hands and press the knees together and bring them to your chest for a little hug. Rock back and forth. The hard work's over and now it's the ooey gooey stuff. Keeping your knees in the center. Allow your hands to open into a T shape or cactus arms. Inhale at the top. And exhale, bring your knees to the right side for a little twist. Allowing your gaze to be up at the ceiling or the sky, or over the left shoulder for a little bit more intensity. Notice how your shoulders feel, both of them plugged into the earth. Hopefully, if one shoulder has risen, scale back a bit and allow both shoulders to rest comfortably on the earth. If you're enjoying this pose, stay here or inhale. Use the core to bring your knees back to the center. And exhale, dip them off to the left side. And feel free to close your eyes here if that feels good. When you're ready, take your time inhaling, knees back to center, and we can hug them one more time. Maybe this time you curl the spine and bring your head to your knees, curling into a little ball, and exhale to release. And from here we'll make our way into a supported fish pose. So if you have your pillows around you, go ahead and set them up behind you so that when you lay on them, your chest can open. So try to keep the pillows in the midline and allow your shoulders to release onto either side of the pillows, opening through the chest and allowing the hands to rest on the side of the body or in your lap. And your legs can also be in a butterfly pose or straight, whatever you feel you can relax best in. I'm going to do a supported fish with 2 blocks, so you can also do it this way. 1 block long ways on its lowest setting, the other block on its medium setting, almost like a pillow there to support the head. And what you would do with that is place the low block, the long way, in between the shoulder blades and use the medium setting to hold your head. So this is a nice gentle back bend that allows us to stretch through the front of the body and open, really open the heart. If you're using 2 blocks and you want more, you can play with the settings, but keep it restorative, and we'll be here for a few minutes. So maybe you allow your eyes to close. Give yourself permission to decompress, to release in stillness. Notice how the shoulders just melt over your props, almost like they're fusing into your back. This is a great way to combat our typical posture when we sit down and we scoop our necks over our phones and we curl our backs. This is a really nice way to balance that out, improve our posture. Notice the way your breath naturally moves in and out of the body. Observing with no expectations or judgments wherever you are, but just appreciating your body that moves. And this earth that supplies us with all we need to live a healthy and full life. Give yourself permission to stay a little bit longer, and know that although it feels maybe like you're not doing much, what you're doing is actually really significant. Notice how the lungs and ribs rise and fall. With each breath, the belly inhales, it fills, and the navel falls on the exhale. The only thing that we can do that's both automatic and controllable is our breath. And when you're ready, same as every other pose that you stay in for a long time, make your way really slowly out of it. And of course, if you really like this posture wherever you are, you can stay there and enjoy it for as long as you would like. But if you would like to move on, gently come back up to your mat. And we'll prepare for our final posture, which is waterfall pose, otherwise known as legs up the wall. But For the sake of Earth Day, we're gonna call it legs up the wall. I'm sorry, waterfall. The opposite of what I said. So if you don't really have space in your house to put your legs up the wall, you can set books or blocks up on a low or high setting, place a pillow over them, and then rest your feet on top. We did that in one of my other classes, and that'll give you really nice circulation and relaxation. But if you would like to move to legs up the wall, find a space in your house where you can bring yourself as close as you can to the wall. Maybe you bring one hip to the wall first while you're seated. Make your way to your back and bring the legs up above you, nice and straight, imagining them being strong yet subtle, like a waterfall. You can always place something around your thighs to keep them from opening, or you could just make it a little more active by holding them together. You can always place a blanket under your low back as well, as long as your hips can fall off of the blanket. Hips not on the blanket. So in this pose, your legs are the waterfall. So stay here. I'm just playing the song from the beginning of class, which had some rain noises in it. But you stay where you are. This posture is obviously really awesome for your circulation. Here we go, the water. And I actually invite you, if it feels good for you, to stay in this pose for the rest of the practice. We have about 4 minutes left, so if you'd like a traditional shavasana, feel free to go into it, but I think this would be a really nice one to do a shavasana with. Closing your eyes, maybe using a blanket or something over your eyes so it gets a little darker. And wherever you are, just allow yourself to feel heavy and grateful for your practice today. And I'm going to read a tiny poem by Robert Frost. I have wished a bird would fly away and not sing by my house all day, have clapped my hands at him from the door when it seemed as if I could bear no more. The fault must partly have been in me. The bird was not to blame for his key. And of course, there must be something wrong in wanting to silence any song. I thought that was really sweet. So wherever you are, I'll stop talking and stay still for just a few more minutes. And whenever you do come out of Shavasana, not now, maybe now, do it whenever you're ready. Stay as long as you would like. I just want to say before I go that I'm incredibly grateful to everyone for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. And yeah, that's it. I'm grateful. Namaste. I'll see you soon.